So we've just done our first stop at Ajaloon and on our 2-stop JETT day trip. And one of the interesting things that I've discovered is I have made some contacts with some lovely people from Italy and some lovely people from America and a lovely family from South America. So that is one of the good things about coming on a trip. You get to meet other people. So it's lunchtime from the JETT bus trip and they bring you to the Artemis Restaurant, which is a buffet for 12 JD. But we'd packed our bread and our cheese and our water and our biscuits and we found some shade and we didn't pay 12 JD for a buffet. And then we'll head off to Jerash. So we've arrived at the Roman city of Gerasa, and I keep mentioning about not much wheelchair accessible. There are some rough ramps here, and if you want a rough ride in a wheelchair and your mobility issues, Jerash is something that you could visit. So what you're greeted with when you arrive at Jerash is a hippodrome where they raced around the horses round and round. But the other amazing structure here is the triumphal arch, Hadrian's Arch. Let's go and have a look at that. You could imagine how awe-inspiring this would be if you came for the first time to this ancient city of Jerash. So this is just awe-inspiring, walking through this amazing space. We move over here to the Hippodrome, and underneath the Hippodrome there are little shops. Let's go and have a look at that. So we've moved into the Hippodrome area and there's the seating. Yes. They race around the circle 3 times and then each time there would be like a dolphin and they'd put the dolphin down and count how many times you went around. Yay! So we've walked quite a distance from where the bus dropped us off on the other side of the Hippodrome. So we've passed the Hippodrome and Hadrian's Arch and now we're at the South Gate. An imposing structure. Could you imagine coming here with your first time when you were travelling to be greeted with this imposing sight? So we've entered through the big gates and now we've come to the shops. We've got all the little shops here to the side, the souk. So anything you want you'd be able to purchase just here. And even inside the walls there's more imposing walls. Enter into this open area which is basically the crossroads. In a bit we'll go up to the South Amphitheatre and the Temple of Zeus. I just say it. Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with gold and soil, wealth for toil, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gift of beauty rich and rare. At every page, at every stage, advance Australia fair. So you'll notice that this amphitheatre is a little smaller than the amphitheatre at Amman. It has 3 tiers in Amman. We've only got 2 tiers here. I'm not sure what the seating capacity is, but it is very impressive. So you would have had the stage up here to the audience, and you come out from the sides over here. Just spectacular. So the Temple of Zeus, 162 AD. Spectacular. An absolutely magnificent view of that central area in the Temple of Artemis over there. And you can imagine if you come up here and then here there would be a massive statue of Zeus. Just come to the edge here and have a look at the agora. the centre where you'd vote and meet people, and it's beautiful. So we moved from the South Amphitheatre and the Temple of Zeus, just there. And then we go through the central area down to this colonnade street to the Nymphaeum, and then over there is the Temple of Artemis. That's where we're heading. So we've walked from the South Amphitheatre and the Temple of Zeus, and we're on our way over here to the Temple of Artemis. And Temple of Artemis, somewhere there we go. And what we pass on the way is 3 churches. One of them is the Church of St. George, and this one here is the temple, the Church of Cosmos and Damios. And these were twin brothers, physicians, who were martyred because they were giving health care to the poor. But what you can see in the most amazing mosaics as you look down there, just spectacular. So what we're doing here is we're looking at the floating column. The spoon is just gently going to move up and down because there's no mortar holding the column together. We're trying to quickly get our way out of Jerash because we're supposed to leave at 3 o'clock and we're still deep in the on that main colonnade street. Hopefully the bus won't leave without us. Crossing that main square, still at a big pace, try and get back to the bus. It's 3 o'clock, just passing the amphitheatre. I'm lagging behind and struggling. So it's 8 minutes past 3. We were supposed to be on the bus for 3 o'clock and I was the last person. So I apologise to everybody here. So now air conditioning all the way back to Oman. I just don't know what to do with my foofy hair. I've calmed down a little bit now. My pulse was racing a little bit when I got back on the bus because it was an hour and a half at Jerash and clearly I needed more time. And the bus waited patiently for me and that was fabulous. So now we've hit traffic. Coming back into Oman, and we should be back at about just after 4, maybe 4:15. We're hoping that it's the Intercontinental so I don't have to walk far to get home. If not, I'll just catch a taxi. So my experience having the day trip on the JETT bus to Ajaloon and Jerash was really quite good.